Hello, scholars, and welcome to Math with Mr. Ray. Today we're looking at like multiplying with decimals. Um, well, the first thing you need to do is you need to analyze how many decimal places do you have, right? So analyze, right? And so since this is a tenth, there's just one decimal place. Then you need to rewrite problem as all whole numbers. So we have 246 times 1, 5. Then you want to multiply. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 4 is 23. 5 times 2 is 10, 11, 12. And then you have a placeholder. And you want to cross that out. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 4 is 12, 13. 3 times 2 is 6, 7. And then you want to do another placeholder. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. You want to add everything together. 0, 11, carry the 1, bring down the 1, 9, 12, 11, 13. And now, because you see this tenth that you brought back, you got to just bring that back out. So the answer will be $3,321.00. So 3,321, that's A. All right, so let's get this down. As we see, is one decimal place. Write it as a whole number. 378 times 2, 56. 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 7 is 42. Plus 4 is 46. 6 to 18, 19, 20, 22. Cross that out. 5 times 8 is 40. What's 35? 39. 18. 2, cross that out. 2 times 8 is 16. Oh, well, that's two place values. 2 times 7 is 14, 15. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So it's 9,676 and 8/10. Okay. Do you see where that 1/10 I moved that over? Now, the total cost of 6 identical books is $75.42. Now, if we know that it's groups of the same thing, anytime you see Right as a coefficient, because that means you have to, if it costs the same, it's the same thing. So it's six identical books. So six B. Six being the amount of books, and B being the cost per book. So right, that's a way to express that. However, the total is given, right? So we know each book costs the same amount. Write an equation that can be used to determine N, which is the cost. Here I put B, which is the cost, but so 6N equals $75.42. Write an equation that can be used to determine the cost of one book. So this equation can be used to determine the cost of one book, or if you divide both sides by 6, N equals $75.42 divided by 6. So you can use this equation or you can use this equation. Both equations can help you determine the cost of one book. Okay. So we haven't seen this in a while, but let's just go ahead and do some practice. So the area of a parallelogram is base times height. So the base is 8 and the height is 12, and we know the height forms at a perpendicular angle. Right? So base times height, then the base is 8 times 12 equals 96, and then the units, yards, and it's squared. Base times height, the base is 7, the height is 11. Well, the base is 11, the height is 7. 77 millimeters squared, and the base times height, base is 14 times 14. And you could break it up, 14 times 10 is 140. And then 14 times 4, 56. Feet squared. So find the area of each triangle. Now the area of a parallelogram is different than the area of a triangle because the area of a triangle is half that of a parallelogram. So you can use area equals 1/2 of the base times the height, or base times height divided by 2. So we could do it multiple ways. So let's do 1/2 of base times height. So 1/2 of 4 times 9, which means 2 times 9, which means 18. Another way to solve it is 4 times 9 divided by 2. 36 divided by 2 equals 18. 1/2 base times height. 1/2 of 19 times 12. Half of, well, half of 18 is 9, so about 9 and 1/2 times 12. And you can write this as a fraction. 19/2 times 12 over 1. And we know 20 times, we could logically think about this. 19 is breaking down into 10 and 9, or 20 minus 1. 10 times 112 is 120. 20 times 12 is 240. And 240 minus 12 is 228. I believe that's 19 times 12. Let's see. Mm, I'm gonna do that over. A little distracted. 19 times 12, 18. Yep, 228, as I said. Um, and 228 divided by 2, 1, 114 inches squared. Um, 11 times 6 divided by 2 is 66 divided by 2, which is 33 yards squared. Um, so go ahead and try the rest on your own. Good luck and have a good day. Well, actually, let me just, excuse me, I'm gonna work on a few. So I want you to solve this one, but solve for one ticket. So we gotta divide 162.5 divided by 5. Raise up the decimal point. So one ticket costs 32.5 dollars. We could do a review of this. So when we think of at least, it means at the very least, so it's greater than or equal to. So J is greater than or equal to 85, right? However, he already saved $20. So you have to subtract that. And 85 minus 27, 8, 58. Wait, he wants to save. Oh, sorry. So J minus, no, J plus 27 is greater than or equal to 85. Now, what I want to ask myself is why? Because Jason wants to save money. Well, this depends on what he saved. But if he already has saved 12, that acts as a positive 27. So J plus 27, whatever that is greater than or equal to 85. Now, when you're solving for how much money he needs to save, he would have to subtract 27 from both sides. And then that would mean J would have to save more than or equal to $58. And we could rewrite this to say $85 if less than or equal to J plus 27, or X plus 27 is greater than or equal to 85. Point A is reflected across the y-axis. So if something is reflected across the y-axis, something happens, right? Let's say there's a point here and a point here. The X stays, sorry, this is the Y. You see how it's along the X-axis? So the X changes to its opposite. And the Y stays the same. So if it's -3, +5, the X changes to its opposite and the Y stays the same. Right? Because if it was -3, 5, we changed it, it'll be +3, +5. For this, I would go ahead and use distributive property to solve. Yeah. All right. Good luck with your homework.